Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 60, the big 6-0, of Let's Play the Spiderweb Software Jeff Vogel masterpiece, Queen's Wish, the Conqueror. Hope you guys are doing well. We made some stunning progress, and we are in the Ukat city of Chinde, and we've been invited here by the general of the Brock and the Brock clan. And today we're going to go talk to them. And they're right in this hall here. Conqueror, there he is. This is the main meeting hall of Chinde, where the clan comes for its biggest decisions and celebrations. This is where major envoys such as you receive their official greetings. Indeed, at the far end of the hall, someone is waiting for you. Not a noble, though. A rough-hewn swamp runner with a huge wolfhound sitting at his feet and gnawing on a bone. He stares at the maps and letters surrounding him, and his loathing is clear even from the far end of the hall. Down, Hunter. I am acting lord. Grrr. The soldiers guarding Chinde nod. Oh, we already heard that. Ruckton. You expected to find some scruffy Ukatish noble sitting behind the high table. Instead, you find a middle-aged swamp runner. He still wears his boots and dirty leathers and looks like he would much rather be out in some miserable stretch of muck and slime. He is feeding lizard meat to a huge wolfhound as you approach. The beast growls and he says, "Hunter, down." He looks up at you. "You are the envoy of Haven. I am Bracton Carr, and I speak for the Brock clan. How did you know to find me?" Your warriors met me when I was escaping Ganelspan. Ah, yes, they told me the story. The Ganels were crazy enough to attack royalty. Haven royalty, that's how they are. Now you are here. How do you like the Ukat? Dirty and miserable, I'll bet. I'm not bothered by your grime. He looks you over. You look down and realize that your traveling in these lands has left your once lovely clothes muddy and stained. I can see that, Prince. We have always admired the way Havenites endure what they need to get a job done. That is why our shaman went to Ganelspan. The shade that guided you there, I sent it. Why? We are used to outsiders using us. All we ask is that we get something in return. You are here about the treaty between the Ukatish and Haven. You want us to be your vassals again. Yes, we do need to discuss our treaty. You are here, so the matter can't be ignored. Lady Brock has given me the honor of making me acting lord for the Brock. If you want to make deals with us, you have to talk to me. He scratches Hunter behind the ears, so let's talk. You are the acting lord. That's the honor Lady Brock gave me. Forced me to take the job. The Brock clan needs someone to do business. I do my duty. I'd rather be out in the swamps, as disgusting as you find that. What happened to the actual lord and lady? Lord Brock died in the old days. He was fighting for Haven and he fell in battle. Lady Brock is in seclusion. How did Lord Brock die? As I said, he was fighting for Haven. It wasn't unusual. Our nobles often fought with your soldiers when they were here. Lots of honor. Lots of rewards. Fantastic training. Usually very safe. You Havenites fight well. Then some Vol peasant shot him through the eye with an arrow. Bad luck. And you were elevated to this post? Forced into it, pulled away from the hunt. Forced to sit in this hall and listen to farmers argue. Lady Brock thinks I'm good at it. She gave the order. I had to obey. She knows I'm safe to put in the job. Why are you so safe? She knows that I'd rather die than be a true lord. I'm too dumb to plot or rebel. I trust my lady. We'll do what she wants. Me and Hunter, right, boy? The massive dog rolls on his back in agreement. I have another question. Brockton Carr slumps back in his chair and stares at you. You notice that he's wearing the red and black sash of the Brock, but it is hard to recognize under all the mud. As you talk, Hunter occasionally growls at you. It's a tense conversation. I want to know more about the Ukatish. There's a lot I could say. For what you want, though, you'll need to know about the clans. There are lots and lots of them, but only 4 strong enough to rise to rule. That's us, the Brock, and the Isaac, the Ganel, and the Borgin. How does a clan rise to rule? How does it ever happen? They seize the home worn with arms, or they grow so strong they scare the existing leader out. The Brock want to rule. It's our time. We're not shy about saying it. However, we need more help to pry the Borgans out of the throne. Tell me more about the Isaac. Braxton sneers. Merchants. They don't care about anything but coin. They just want someone to take over and settle things so they can sell you iron. Tell me about the Gannel. You met them. They're strong. They are getting rich by holding Gannelspan. They hate outsiders more than any of us. They just want Haven gone. You won't have any good dealings with them. Tell me about the Borgan. The Borgan have ruled for a century. They have held the home worn so long that it's made them lazy and arrogant. Worse, they're getting greedy. They think they've earned our iron and our gold. They're not worthy leaders or allies for Haven. We must deal with them carefully, though. They hold the home worn, so they have the dragon. Dragon? For centuries, the dragon Gorsh has lived in a majestic ruin south of the home worn. The king gives it tribute, and so it doesn't hunt us. Sometimes for gold, it will slay foes of the king. We don't dare anger the Borgan too much, not without the help of a stronger power. Wow, this is pretty cool lore and stuff. I have a cup of coffee here too. I just woke up actually, and I couldn't wait to play. Another question. I wanted to discuss our treaty with you. We knew this day would come. We Ukatish are crude, dirty peasants. We stink. Still, we're your property, and you want us back. I don't see the Ukatish that way. We know how people see us. We're used to it. We can endure it. It doesn't matter. We Brock aren't mindless like the Gannel. We want to deal with Haven. There is a need. You want to deal with me? We do. The Brock are strong, but we're in a bad position. The Gannel are to the south, hemming us in and bleeding us with tolls. But our noble leaders, the Borgan clan, they are far worse. You want the Ukatish to be your vassals again? The Brock can make it happen. We have no choice. The Borgan are threatening you? They've ruled for a century. That's a long time for an Ukatish clan to hold the throne. They've started to think that they own our entire land. They've been stealing our lands and mines, plot by plot. Their raiders are growing arrogant. It is time for them to share rule. How can you make the Ukatish our vassals? We Brock are ready to fight. We just don't have quite enough strength to challenge the Borgan yet. On the other hand, with the support of a battalion of fine Havenite warriors, we could not lose. At least that is how it could be. For now, it is impossible. What makes this impossible? You saw the problem yourself. There is one good road running from north to south. One road that can carry your army. The Gannel own it, and they truly hate you. You saw that. Siding with Haven is a huge risk for the Brock. We can only take it if you break the power of the Gannel. Like I said, that is impossible. How can I break the power of the Gannel? You would have to go to the Gannel estate to the southwest and defeat Lord Luar of the Gannel himself. As long as that wily old toad leads from there, the Gannel will hinder everything you do. Why is this impossible? Because, well, look at you. You don't have an army here, just you and some hirelings. If you were able to defeat the Gannel Lord in their fortress, we Brock could ally with you in a moment. It's just, no offense, I don't see such heroism in you. I'm a Prince of Haven, I don't see a problem. Brockton laughs. When I was a child, I heard tales of the bravery of the Havenites. Lord Luar has been a thug, and he deserves punishment. If you can defeat him in his own fort, I know the Brock will be begging to side with you. Okay, that's it then? Okay. The other clans hunt us. Oh, it's you. Can we come in here? The door to the northern chambers of the Brock Hall is securely locked. The dog by the head table starts barking. Bracton Carr turns to you. Those are the quarters of Our Lady, and she is in seclusion. Please leave that door alone. So we'd have to defeat the Gannel. Do we have a quest to do it? We do. You must destroy their forces at the Ganal estate. As you leave the hall, a guard runs up behind you. He looks alarmed. You turn to him. He says, "Excuse me, Prince. I'm sorry. I'm still shocked. You have been invited to meet with Lady Brock. She is in seclusion, but she wishes to see you. She's in the northern rooms of the Great Hall." The guard turns and re-enters the hall. Okay. Private chambers. Hello, Prince. I ask your help. I am in mourning. The room is mostly dark. It is warmed in the old Ukatish style, a small low bonfire which puts off a lot of smoke and only a little light. The smoke chokes you. The Ukat is not a place for comfort. Then you see her. The old woman looks tiny in her carved wooden chair. She wears a black dress and veil, decorated with red stars to represent the colors of the Brock clan. She looks up at you and squints. "I am Lady Brock. I summoned you." "Hello? You are a prince, yes? Of that mighty faraway land?" "I'm a prince of Haven." "Yes, we are both highborn. You more than I, but we share a burden. My burden finally drove me to this room, to solitude and mourning." Why am I here then?" "You are here because I wish it. I need to break my seclusion. I have a good reason, and you are the opportunity." "Tell me more about the Brock clan." "We are one of the greater clans of the Ukat. We rule the northern shores and reaches. There are many small clans, but only a few hold true power. Us, the Ganal, the Isaac, and of course our current rulers, the Borgin and the Home Warren." "How long have you ruled these lands?" "Our clan has held these lands for 4 centuries. As for me, I was elevated to lady long ago, perhaps 40 years, before the calamity drove you from our land. The Brock were close to Haven then. My husband served as a high rank in your army. Me, I did my duty here." "How did you come to be the leader of your clan?" "My father fell to a sickness, one of the many that plague the Ukat. I was the eldest child. I ruled for years, putting off my proper grief and mourning when our lord fell in battle." "I need to discuss an important matter with you." She shakes her head. "I have passed on that burden. You must speak to Brockton Carr outside. After I die, one of my children will return to Chinde to master our hall. My children share your burden." "We must discuss your treaty with Haven." Now she's annoyed. "You are rude. I told you our way of things. Bracton will discuss treaties and alliances. I am a lady in mourning, and it is not proper for me to conduct such business. Leave me." She waves you away. Lady Brock sits slumped in her chair, silently staring into the fire. Sometimes she wipes her eyes with the back of her hand. She might be crying, or maybe the smoke is just bothering her. "I'd like to know why you wanted to see me." "You are very kind to spend time on the ramblings of an old, sad woman. There are things I want." She pours you some tea. "What do you want?" "I have mourned Lord Brock here, quietly or actively, for many years. It has given me time to think, and I want some objects. My lord was a campaigner for the armies of Haven. I want some mementos from the places he trained and fought." "What exactly do you want?" "First, I want you to go to the ruins of Fort Bannerspire. It is where my lord trained when he was young before his service. There, I want a memento of the time when the Brock learned to fight there." "What is Fort Bannerspire?" It was a mighty fortress of all stone looking out over the northern sea. Warriors went there from all the clans and were trained by the officers of Haven. When Haven makes a people a vassal, powerful weapons and training come with it." "Why is the fort a ruin?" "The treachery of the Vol. We bought their stone to make our fortress. The swampy ground there was not suitable, and the walls sank and crumbled. After the calamity, the embarrassing ruin was abandoned to beasts." "What sort of memento do you want?" Something bearing the colors of the Brock, something to remind me of my glorious warrior marching in formation, flanked by mages and war shamans. Good day to you. Thank you for sparing some time for an old lonely lady. Safe travels, Prince. Okay. Kind of annoyed her at first, but then we recovered, which was good. Alright. Alright, let's explore Chinde a little bit. Here we've got the bottomless fen. Excuse me. All kinds can eat here. Masilda. As you walk through the common room of the inn, there are a lot of icy stares. The Ukatish never miss an opportunity to quietly let you know that they don't like you. Then the innkeeper clears her throat, clanks a mug against the cauldron, and says, "Welcome, visitor." Regular conversation resumes. She says, "We don't get many travelers like you. The unfamiliar for the Ukatish is always bad news. I'm Masilda." Tell me about your inn. Chinde is one of the largest towns in the Ukat. A miserable, disgusting sty to your eyes, I'm sure, but it's important to us. Don't mind the other patrons. They're all nervous. It's a difficult time. What sort of visitors does Chinde get? Merchants and warriors and miners and visitors from other clans. Even the occasional trader or envoy from the Ariel Woods or the Vol. Far less since Haven left, though. Since Haven left Sacramentum, our nations all sort of retreated into themselves. You expect trouble? The northern clans have always had troubles, but it's been worse. The Ganal are full of rage. They've even attacked Havenites. And the Borgin, they're always greedy. Haven returning has only made everyone jumpy. There's been fighting. I'll just go ahead and finish my coffee there. What are your services? You can have a room for the night for 3 coins, a round of drink for 2. The inn is still busy and noisy, though the unfriendly stares never quite cease. Masilda says, "What do you need, traveler?" "I'll take a room." "Your room is at the end of the hall. I'll make sure it's warm and mostly clean." "That's all I need." "Thank you for visiting." She tends to her other customers. Anything in the chest? No. Okay, let's rest. There's our report. Okay, just for the record, no risk of threat in the Haven lands. No theft risk in Ukat lands. Interesting. The Vol has 15%, and Ariel has 20%. Okay, big gain for us. Big gain. We could go ahead and open up Dark Fen, I think it's called. Fortress. That would add 20% crime rate to the area, which could complicate things a little more than I want to right now. Let's go ahead and light up a cigarette. Quick save and continue. You spotted this woman's cunning eyes from 50 feet away. Your many years in court left you able to spot a skilled courtier. Her boots are muddy, but the rest of her clothing is immaculate and stylish. She wears a narrow sash of pure white. Keeping anything white in this swamp must be painfully difficult. She approaches you and gives a little curtsy. "I am honored to meet you, Prince Matthew of Haven, envoy of Queen Sharon III. "And to whom am I speaking?" "I am Envoy Asina of the Borgin clan." She touches the white sash. "I speak for King Borgin the 53rd, true and rightful leader of the Ukat. I have come to issue an invitation." Nice sash. "Thank you. 40 years into our rule, we Borgin changed our clan color to white. We keep our sashes clean. We will show the world that the Ukatish are not all disgusting swamp folk." "What sort of invitation?" "King Borgin the 53rd invites you to his royal court at the Home Warren to the east. You are granted safe passage and you will be treated with luxury appropriate to your rank." Why does King Borgin wish to see me? He knows that the mighty Empire of Haven wishes to deal with us, and he wants you to know that you are welcome. He hopes for a productive conversation. If I may be so presumptuous, I would add a bit of advice of my own. What is your advice? The Ukat has 4 clans of importance. Some of them are upstarts who wish to take the throne of the home worn for their own. They will offer you bribes and flattery to try and disguise their weakness. I advise you to not listen to them until you hear what the actual king has to say. He can offer you richer tribute than any other. I will go and visit your king. Envoy Asina gives a deep curtsy. I am pleased to hear it. My work done, I will return to the home worn, a part of the Ukat that seeks to rise above the mud and sickness of the past. We will try to be suitable in your eyes. Then she turns away, heading out of town as fast as she can. So we have an invitation from the king. We'll hear him out. I'm leaning towards the Brock so far, but Chinde Mining Office. Master Camlo. This is a workshop and office combined. Miners come here to register their claims and have their iron checked for quality. Iron is the main strength and wealth of the Ukat, and they take it very seriously. There is one man who is clearly in charge. He is also far more interested in ore deposits than people. He looks you over, confused about why you are here. I am Camlo, Master of Mines. You are no miner. Actually, I'm a prince. Camlo ponders this. Oh, I've never met a prince. A lady, many times, but no prince. I think King Borgin has 3 princes, but I haven't met any. You have weapons, but no picks. You are a warrior as well as a prince. I am Master of Mines. I make sure the vital business of iron in Brock lands goes smoothly. When needed, I pay bounties. What does a Master of Mines do? I process new claims. I handle complaints about thieves and peat bogs. I sample Ukatish iron that is mined and smelted. I make sure that the iron we sell does not hurt our sterling reputation. He chuckles. Sterling reputation, yes? It's a metallurgy joke. Claims are an important business. Young, ambitious swamp runners are always looking for new mines and new peat bogs. Much of the Ukatish swamps are still wild. They hope to make a fortune. I need to make sure they can make claims and that they are respected. That keeps miners from murdering each other. Worth the trouble. What is a peat bog? It is a swamp that grows little pebbles of iron as years pass. Unbelievable, yes? The Ukat gets its powers as a gift from our swamps. The iron takes time to grow, and sometimes thieves sneak in to steal it from the land's rightful owners. I look for cases of this and make sure the thieves are properly killed. Tell me about Ukatish iron. It is the finest iron in the known world. There is something in our land that makes iron with exceptional qualities. Our iron is the cruelest in the world. It is cruel iron? Ukatish iron is strong, easily worked, and not brittle. Yet when it takes an edge, it is a vicious, ragged edge. In weapons, it makes wounds that are horribly painful and heal slowly. Also, wounds that are prone to infection. This iron is what we use against the wretches who invade our swamps. I have another question. Even though Master Camlo has been introduced to you, your presence is a constant worry and irritation for him. He doesn't know how to act around a Havenite or a prince. He wanders around the office entirely self-conscious. I'd like to discuss Ukatish politics. Oh, you should talk to Bracton Conqueror. He is in the Brock clan house, southwest corner of town. He knows about clans and all that mess. Tell me more about those bounties you mentioned. The Brock gives me authority to pay bounty hunters in gold and iron. The swamps are dangerous. Monsters and raiders. We need to use force to destroy them. He checks his papers. For example, Pagaren's stake. It was lost to brigands. We need to take it back. What is Pagaren's stake? It is a productive iron mine to the north, not far from the ocean. Lost to bandits now. We need to retake it. Losing our mine sends a signal of weakness to the Borgin and Ganel. Tell me about these bandits. He checks his notes again. Well armed, organized, persistent. They've driven off 2 efforts to dislodge them so far. Very strange. Strange why. Brigands are usually cowards. They grab and then disappear into the fens. These are holding the territory. Makes us suspect organized enemies. Like who? The bandits might be acting for the Gannel or Borgen clans. Both have been encroaching on Brock territory. If you find any evidence of this, it'd be helpful to the people who worry about politics. That's all for now, thanks. Okay, so we've got another quest potentially. Okay, we're not going to steal, I guess. I guess we'll play it straight. Okay. What's up here? Chinde Mourner. Several Ukatish are in Chinde's resting place, mourning quietly. You leave them alone. You suddenly and involuntarily gag. This corner of the city smells vile. It's not just a tannery by the water. There's a massive graveyard, all mud, headstones, and the occasional bone protruding from the wet earth. It is bizarre, and the intense odor makes it very hard to keep from being a little sick. Sura. Please, show respect. Keeper of this giant graveyard is walking the paths, a shovel held over her shoulder. She occasionally directs a visitor to one corner or another or talks to a mourning Ukat about some recently lost family member. Then she notices you. She hurries to your side. You are the envoy? I was told about you. I am Tsura. I am keeper of the resting place. I have been directed to discuss our customs with you. You wouldn't usually be welcome. What is a resting place? This is where the Ukatish of this region end. When they die, they are brought to this little plot of land to rest. As you walk, you would swear you occasionally feel a bone crunching in the soft earth under your boot. Who is buried here? All of the Ukatish who die in the Brock lands, member of our clan or not. The smell of decay is making you feel faint. You're the only one who notices it. Everyone in this region? Everyone. Thank you for telling me. I didn't want to, yet I find I am happy that you know. Odd. Anything else? I would not usually be allowed in here. This is a sacred place for the Brock. All of our history and memory are here. This is one place we try to save, where we don't need to see how much we repulse you. Why am I allowed here now? Bracton Kaur told me that you were to be welcomed. You are to learn our ways. I don't know why. It's above me. I just dig graves. He said that Lady Brock gave this order. Very odd. Tell me about Lady Brock. She is the leader of the Brock clan, but she has been in seclusion for years. She mourns the lord of the Brock clan. Why do you think I'm allowed? As long as our people have lived, you outsiders have hunted and insulted us. Yet our lady said that we were to welcome you. I honor her, so I do. This is where our dead, rich or poor, are laid to rest. All Ukatish are united forever. Thank you for the honor. Tsura nods. You are welcome. I find that telling you was not as unpleasant as I thought. I have another question. Tsura allows you to follow her around the resting place as she does her work. She organizes, comforts, and digs in turn. Occasionally, she spares a minute to speak with you. Okay. Interesting. Chinde Tannery. Master Zindalo. Chinde Artisan. The Ukatish leather workers are cleaning up skins and working them into good leather. It's dirty, smelly work. When they see you looking, they turn so that you can't see what they are doing. Shame, or just protecting the secrets of their craft? Between the curing leather and the graveyard next door, the smells in here are troublesome even by Ukatish standards. Nobody but you seems to notice. The master of the workshop hurries up to you. A visitor! A customer! His unforced good cheer is a refreshing surprise. I am Master Zindalo. Let me help you into some leather. Tell me about your crafts. This is where the fine Ukatish leather is worked into our unique swamp garments. Sadly, our work is always overshadowed by the fame of Ukatish iron. Yet I assure you that our leather is unique in its own way. How is the leather obtained? Our swamps are full of huge lizards, terrifying snakes, and even the occasional naga. When we hunt them, we make sure to save their skins. They have unique properties. What special qualities does your leather have? It is unusually warm, resistant to water, easy to clean, and well suited to travel through our swamps. Alas, it has a pervasive odor that can never ever be removed. It's a small price to pay. You are unusually friendly. For the Ukatish, you mean? We are a crude people, but I'm less sensitive to it than others. I mean, you think this place smells terrible, right? Well, yeah. Yes, but we need it to make leather, and we need leather to live in the swamps. So why worry about it? Who cares what the Ariel think? They have a problem with it, they can come here and complain, and I'll deal with them myself. I have another question. Master Zindalo gives you his full attention as the scraping, curing, and working of old lizard skins continues around him. Let me see your wares. Swamp Runner leather. 25% poison resist. Ukatish leather. 10% poison resist. Ukatish cap. So the Swamp Runner stuff is... I like the poison resist, especially because poison is so dang deadly here. Let's go ahead and see what our poison resist is for everybody. Only 20%, 30%, 20%, 35%. Huh. We're going to get racked with poison. And there's only one Swamp Runner leather and 2 Ukatish leathers. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot less protection, obviously, but it does have great poison resist. So I'll remember it's here in case I want to pick up the Swamp Runner leather. I don't need anything. Then enjoy your visit to Chinde. Look past the smell. The swamp has a beauty all its own. Conversation ends. Copper bits. Barracks. The soldiers guarding... Oh, okay. Bajaran. You have met this man before. He is the huge warrior who rescued you and gave your invitation when you emerged from Ganelspan. He's not thrilled to see you. He rises. Hello, Prince. I am Bajaran, in case you forgot. I'm glad you arrived safely. Thank you for your help with the Ganel. It was the acting lord's order, but you are welcome. He tests the barb on his spear with the tip of his finger. I'd like to know more about the Ukatish. I had to bring you a message, I did. I command my warriors, but I'm not a teacher. I worry about clan business. Tell me more about your clan business. It's not my place to tell you. I follow my orders only. Talk to Bracton Carr. He was made acting lord by Lady Brock. Tell me about Lady Brock. She is the true leader of the clan, but she is old. She is in seclusion. Honorable mourning. I have another question. Bajaran sits on a stool by the fire, using a stone to sharpen the tiny wicked barbs of his spear. He doesn't say anything. I'll be going then. Huh. He works on his spear. A fine weapon. Master Mander. The heat of this foundry is welcome after the chill of the Ukatish fens. Muscular warriors are taking the ore and bog iron of the swamps and turning it into long black strips of proper Ukat metal. Then it is worked into twisted weapons of unsettling viciousness. The master of the forge notes your attention and laughs. Ugly, eh? Those blades and spears will make your enemies bleed. I am Master Mander. Look freely. Our ironcraft is the envy of Sacramentum. Tell me about your ironcraft. Ukatish iron is unique. We make it into armor, true. But our weapons, they are fine and truly ugly. They are the defense of our swamps, and we sell them to others for wealth and prestige. Watch all you want. We aren't worried. We have no secrets. You call your own weapons ugly. Weapons shouldn't be beautiful. Our spears are made to cause as much pain and harm as possible to those who abuse the Ukatish. They are made to look like it. Why do you let your rivals here have your weapons? Because we used our barbed spears to defend the Ukat. Come into our lands and get a ragged scratch from our spears and the infection will finish you. The Ukatish don't invade other lands. We are the victims of Sacramentum. You have no secrets. There is no secret to how our weapons are crafted. It is just good Ukatish iron, the gift of our sacred land. You can't steal that. I have another question. Master Mander stands nearby as you look around. If you want to buy, say so. I would love to know that our ugly weapons are scaring posh nobles in the palaces of Haven. Let me see your wares. Barbed Ukatish glaive. Dang. Wow. Ukatish breastplate. Stun resist. Ukatish salad. But look at this barbed glaive. That would be great for you. Oh yeah, that's 5/5 damage plus bleeding for 3 turns, 50%. But the fire lance, 20% hits are critical. Look at the value though. There's much more value in bleeding for 3 turns and more damage. We don't have 350 though. Gonna have to wait for another haul. I don't need anything. Then I wish you a good day, outsider. Travel safe through our dirty land. Okay. Let's check this middle road. We did it. There's like a barn here. Get out! Oddly, the Ukatish don't always appreciate when strangers break into their homes. They invite you to leave immediately. Ah! Go away. F3. Go away. Okay, we're going. Alright, that would be it for Chinde. So we picked up some quests here. The Borgin, we can meet with the king. There's brigands in the mine of Pagaran Stake. We have to defeat the Ganel forces at the Ganel estate. Alright, now that we've made contact here, we can go and report to Chief Clive, I think. Let's check the world map. I don't think now is a great time to open up Darkfen yet. Well, we don't have any crime here, but if we add 20%, that could possibly... I mean, 3 different places could be stolen from. And that's really dangerous until we have money and iron to build with. But I will go ahead and report to Fort Muck. Maybe we can get more resources somehow. Chief Clive sits at her desk, shuffling papers, writing letters, and giving orders. The muddy, worn-down state of the fort is a personal offense to her, one she plans to correct with ruthless efficiency. I pass through Ganelspan. You tell Chief Clive the story. It will be useful to know a way for our scouts and couriers to sneak around Ganelspan. However, we won't be able to send soldiers or merchants. You can change this, I'm sure. All you need to do is make the Ukatish our vassals again. Any more ideas for things I should do? Everything here is under control, Prince. Don't worry about me. The future of our entire colony rests with you. Do you have any advice for me? Oh, Prince, it's not my place to give advice to royalty. I'm too old to play politics. I just want to run my fort. I'm spending my days ordering your soldiers and my knights talking to the Ukatish, who can give me advice. Prince Sutter already sent someone with that specific job. General Ajax back at the Mire Fangs, waiting for orders for what to do with your soldiers. Of course, he can only guide you. There are meetings only you can have and decisions only you can make. How are your relations with the Ukatish? Awkward. The Icy clan is being very helpful. They think our return will make them rich. They're probably right. The Ukatish to the north have more to lose from our return. I suspect you will have to show them some strength to enter their lands. That's not advice, just an observation. That's all for now, thanks. Alright, so F3, let's see how long we've been playing. 40 minutes, perfect. So I'm going to end it here and say thank you guys for joining me. Next episode, if we defeat the bandits in the cave, or in the mine, we could get iron, but will he be able to send it down here rather than to Fort Darkfen? Probably not because of the Gannel. But he did offer iron in return for assistance. But they're well equipped and stuff, bandits holding that area. And find out if possible who sent them. We'll probably do that next. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for much more. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and are enjoying the LP. Much love, peace, and joy, guys, and I'll catch you next time with more. Like I said, much more to come. Stay tuned.